So now we're going to be focusing on oogenesis. So before we get started, what does the word genesis mean? Creation. What does the oo part mean? That's an abbreviation for the root for oocytes, for ovum. Okay? So we're looking at the creation of egg. Every living organism that is created has to go through this process in the female reproductive system, right? So the oocytes, which eventually becomes the egg, are created from this process. So every cell is created from this specific cell. So this is the original cell of the female reproductive system for the egg production. So this is known as the oogonium. So oogonium is the stem cell of the reproductive system of the female, right? So we said what stem cells are. Stem cells are unspecialized cells that can differentiate into a certain lineage of cells. Every body system has them. The female reproductive system stem cell is called the oogonium. Before birth, majority of the cells are in this state of oogonium, right? But during birth, and now, the baby is born, the female baby, of course, goes through a set of divisions. So the first set of divisions is called mitosis. So mitosis gives you basically an identical division of one cell, which becomes known as the primary oocyte. So the primary oocyte. And the other goes back and takes the place of the cell that had just divided, right? So you want to maintain this high population of cells in order to continue this cycle. Unlike the males, the females have a finite number of eggs. So for males, it's infinite. There's only a handful, about maybe 500,000 eggs that a woman can generate, right? And when we look at the ploidy of the cell, so ploidy is the number of chromosomes. So the oogonium begins with 46 chromosomes, right? So it's known as a diploid. So 46 chromosomes is equals to diploid. 23 chromosomes, this is known as haploid. So haploid means, and all of our gametes, our sperm and eggs, are haploid. All right, so going through one phase of mitosis, so having 46 chromosomes. Now you have the primary oocyte. This also has 46 chromosomes. The egg is frozen in meiosis, the next form of division. Meiosis 1, prophase 1. Right? And it remains in this arrested state until puberty. So the next phase of division will be completed. So whenever so here the primary oocyte is present only. This is prepubescent. Okay, so before puberty. Now, when the female reaches puberty and you have the rush of these hormones, the primary oocyte finishes meiosis 1 of division. Right, goes through this division and begins meiosis 2. So the first phase here was meiosis 1 that is completed. Now we have the secondary oocyte here that is present, that is arrested in meiosis 2, metaphase 2. So all of the chromosomes are being lined up during this phase. And it remains there. So if you notice here, through that division, now you have half the amount of cells. Now this is referred to as a haploid. It remains in this state until when? Until fertilization. So in order for this division to complete, meiosis 2, the sperm must come in and bringing its own 23, right? So the sperm is also haploid. Brings in this division here in order to combine to produce this product. What is this product called when the sperm and egg combine? This is called a fertilized egg. which has a number of 46 chromosomes. And during these divisions, you can see this. One thing that's really important too is the sperm division is symmetric and the egg division is asymmetric. The reason for that is I didn't really put it here, but what's really important, after every division here, you have these little minor cells that are called polar bodies. They're usually defective. There's still a lot of investigation on what their actual function is. But here, every division, it's asymmetric, right? So that means an irregular amount of cytoplasm is separated into these cells. That's why one oogonium gives you one egg. One spermatogonium gives you 4 sperm. So does that make sense? So if I talk about the oogonium equals 1 egg, because all of the information and all this, the cell material goes into that one specific egg, the remaining polar bodies become insufficient and obsolete, not actually worth. But if we talk about spermatogonia, they give rise to 4 sperm. That's the big difference. So this is because of the symmetric division of the spermatogonia and the asymmetric division of the oogonia.